welcome to a couple of months down the line. It's going to be shaky as hell, this video, because I've only got a rubbish cradle for this phone. Thought I'd do you a little update as to where I am. So I think the last video I did was in relation to doing an assessment. I'm still with that same company, so I've been here about 6 weeks now, and it's going really well. It's nights, and it's it has its positives and it has its negatives. The positives would be the pay is better, marginally better. Except with this company, what they do is they pay your night rates from midnight to 5 AM, and I start work at 11 and supposed to finish around 7 or 8 o'clock. But depending on the run that we put on, I've been back at 9:30 before now. So yeah, I mean, it's hourly pay, so I don't mind getting stuck in traffic. Coming back home from, there's a run that goes, there's quite a few stores, so it goes to Burnley, Blackburn, Lancaster, Markham, St Anne's, Lytham, and Blackpool. You set off from the depot at about 1:30, and if you hit traffic coming back on the motorway, you're talking 9 o'clock when you get back. So yeah, it's not too bad. Like I say, it starts at 11 at night, so usually what I do is when I get home, I'll go to sleep, depending if I have my daughter, depends on when I get up. If I have my daughter, I get up at 2:30. If I don't, then I try to sleep till about 5 or 6, and then I have 5 or 6 hours before starting my shift, in which to do what I want. So yeah, it doesn't cut into too much time doing that sort of shift. I do know people work some night shifts that start at like 6 or 7 PM, go through 12 hours. I can't see how you would have much of a life doing something like that. So this suits me down to a T, which is pretty cool. The negative on that would be the sleeping pattern. For me, does get disturbed if I have a school behind me. At the minute, they're doing the bleep test outside in PE, so that's all I can hear throughout the day is this beeping. But other than that, other than the sleeping aspect and the fact that if you haven't made any sandwiches or anything to eat, you're pretty much stuck because there's nothing open. Even in services, most of the time nothing's open other than the odd McDonald's. You can get sick of that pretty easy. So yeah, I'm still enjoying myself, and the doing nights is good for getting my road sense on my own and not worrying too much about it being constant traffic. Yeah, which is pretty good. You do get a lot of road closures at night, so you have to be quite aware of that. I've got an app on my phone called Road Trucker or something, Road King or something like that. Road Lords. That's it, Road Lords, which is a really good sat nav. You can put your height and length and weight of your vehicle in, and it won't send you down any silly roads, which is pretty good. The other thing, it's not got his live updates, so I have been stuck a few times when a junction's been closed or a road's been closed, and I've had to work out my own diversion or follow the diversion signs. But I tend to just jump on Google Maps and have a look and see how far it's closed, and sort of use that in conjunction with my other app. But yeah, Road Lords, it's pretty good. If you can't afford a truck sat nav, which I can't at the minute, I'm trying to save up a bit of money and do my class 1, so yeah, I'm not too fussed. So yeah, I've been here 6 weeks. Tonight I've been doing, I was in Bolton and Oldham, which funnily enough is a retail park right next to my house, but I didn't go home because yeah, it's frowned upon. And then back to the depot, load up again, and I've been round like Stockport Way, Hazel Grove, Cheadle, Macclesfield, round there. And now it's 6:30 and I am on my way back to the depot. So all I'll do there is I'll just fuel up and put some AdBlue in, and then yeah, hand my keys in, download my taco card. Speaking of which, on to my next thing. When you're a new pass driver, even if you're been doing it for a while and you've got a bit of a laxy-daisy memory, you have to really be cautious when it comes to your working time directive and your driving hours. It's not just learn it to pass the test. You know, you have to be quite clued up. I, unfortunately, I've had a couple of infringements these past couple of weeks. One of them was I only had a 15-minute break within a 4.5 hour driving period. No, within a 6 hour. Yeah, within a 6 hour working period. See, still not got my head around it. I'd only had a 15-minute break within a 6 hour working period. My excuse was that I forgot. Basically, it was a run from Chester to Chester and then to Llandudno. So I had a 15-minute break in Chester, and I had a 15-minute break in Llandudno, but I didn't press the button. So yeah, it didn't register that break. And then the second one was again another working time directive, where I got to there's a store that we can get to at 5 AM. They don't open till 7, so you have 2 hours sort of sat around. A lot of people have a bit of a nap. I don't really like having naps because I wake up feeling groggy, so I watched a bit of telly and chilled out a little bit for 2 hours, and then noticed at about 10 to 7 that I'd not put the tacho on brake, which would have cleared my driving hours break and my working time directive break, would have reset it all back. I didn't, so I put it on brake at 10 to 7, but that meant that I put it on too late, so it showed on my tacho that I had my first break after 6 hours of working. It was 6 hours and 18 minutes that I started my break, so another infringement. Now at the minute that doesn't mean anything, but if you get pulled over by VOSA and they check your tachograph card, then you're up shit creek without a paddle. I mean, I don't know how lenient they are for new pass drivers, or if there's some sort of understanding, but it looks like it'd be a fine. So yeah, 28 days it takes to clear, and then hopefully you don't get pulled up, or hopefully I don't get pulled up. But yeah, the moral of the story is just to be extra cautious when you're dealing with your driving hours and your working time directive, because you know, it's up to us as drivers to be aware of that. It's part of the job, and it sort of looks good on yourself if you've got if you're not getting these infringements. I kicked myself a little bit because I'm doing well at the job, and I've been told this, you know, I'm a grafter. However, I felt like I let the side down a little bit there, getting the infringements, even though they don't seem to be that bothered about it. That's just how I am. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to leave you now because I'm coming down the M60, just towards the M61 junction where all the lanes get quite narrow and there's quite a few trucks either side. So I'll leave you to it. And yeah, you're everyone that's been commenting, thanks very much, and subscribing, thanks very much. If you could like and subscribe if you haven't, that'd be brilliant. And yeah, people that are going for the test, good luck. And message me on YouTube if you want any advice. It's still quite fresh in my mind. It was only December that I did it. And then I will be tapping people up for advice on Class 1 very shortly. So yeah, take care everybody.